Let's make a sheet pan balsamic chicken and vegetable dinner. It has the delicious flavors of balsamic vinegar and Parmesan cheese. It's chock full of protein and fiber. Plus, you cook it all on one pan for less mess. Let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is grate up about half a cup of Parmesan cheese and chop up a bunch of garlic. This is the equivalent to about 2 normal-sized cloves. Next, I'll slice up 2 shallots very thinly. Now I'm going to roughly chop a red and an orange bell pepper. And the last vegetable I'll chop up is 1 head of broccoli into bite-sized pieces. All those veg go into a big mixing bowl where I'll add 2 tablespoons of olive oil, freshly cracked black pepper, and a good pinch of salt. Toss that around really well and add to your sheet pan. Now is the time to preheat your oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. Now let's prepare the chicken. Into the same mixing bowl, we'll add our chopped garlic. 1 teaspoon of dried marjoram. If you don't have marjoram, you can use oregano. Now add a good amount of freshly cracked black pepper and a good pinch of salt. Now I'll add 8 boneless, skinless chicken thighs. I usually cook about 2 of these per person. You can do as many as you like. Now I'm just going to rub all the seasoning in with my hands. If you don't like chicken thighs, you can use boneless, skinless chicken breasts. Just cut them really thinly. Now grab your sheet pan with the vegetables and just kind of scooch them over to make room for the chicken.
Do you mind if we scooch?
Now just fit all your chicken pieces onto the pan as best you can. Now all that goes into the oven for about 15 minutes. After about 15 minutes, remove that from the oven. Drizzle over 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar and sprinkle on your grated Parmesan cheese. And back in the oven for another 10 minutes or until the chicken is fully cooked. I like to leave it under the broiler for about 5 minutes to get it nice and browned. You can serve this with more Parmesan cheese, and you can eat it just like this, and it's really delicious, or you can serve it with maybe a roast potato or a nice risotto. Let me know in the comments if you made it and if you liked it. You can find the full printable recipe in the description box below. Once again, thanks for watching, and stick around for the next recipe. Let's make sheet pan chili garlic chicken and vegetables. It has the most delicious chili garlic sauce that glazes every bite. The batch I made here is for 2 people, but you can easily double it for 4. Let's get started. First, we'll make the sauce. To a small pot, add 1/4 cup of soy sauce, 2 teaspoons of neutral oil. This is avocado oil. About half a teaspoon of crushed red pepper. You can add more or less. Now I'm going to grate in 4 cloves of garlic. I do go in later and fish out those big pieces.
You're not a professional.
What can you do? I just went to the freezer and grabbed my jar of frozen ginger pieces. I'll drop a link below on how to freeze ginger. I just grabbed a piece and I'm going to grate it into the sauce as well. It's so much easier to grate when it's frozen. Last, I'll add 2 tablespoons of packed brown sugar. I'm just going to give that a good stir and then take it over to the stove. Stir this over medium-high heat until the sugar melts, and then you can set it aside to cool while you chop all the vegetables and the chicken. Thinly slice a red bell pepper. Roughly chop a cup or 2 of sugar snap peas. Chop up the white parts of a bunch of scallions. Save the green ends to slice later. I've grabbed my red cutting board that I use for meat, and I'm going to slice up 4 boneless, skinless chicken thighs. First, I'll give them the once-over to make sure there's no little bone pieces or yucky pieces of gristle.
Don't yuck my yum.
Once those are cleaned up, slice them into bite-sized pieces. Add the chicken to the bowl with the vegetables and pour over the sauce. Toss that well so every bite is coated. Grab your sheet pan and give it a good spray with oil. This is just avocado oil. Add your chicken and veg mixture to the pan and spread it out as evenly as possible. Now put that into a 400 degree Fahrenheit oven for about 20 minutes, stirring halfway through. I like to put it under the broiler for about 5 minutes at the very end. That helps to caramelize and thicken the sauce. When it's done, you can garnish with toasted sesame oil and toasted sesame seeds and the chopped green scallions from earlier. You can also add some chopped cilantro if you like. Serve with rice or noodles, but it's perfectly delicious just like this. Let me know in the comments if you made this recipe and if you liked it. I'm so happy you watched my video today. I hope you have a great day, and I hope you stick around for the next video. Let's make sheet pan harissa chicken and vegetables. It has great heat from the harissa paste and the most delicious lemon garlic herb yogurt sauce. Let's get started. Here's everything you'll need for this recipe. For this one, I'm using 2 chicken breasts, which will feed 4 people, cauliflower, 3 colors of bell pepper, parsley, and mint, Greek yogurt, fresh garlic, and the most important ingredient, harissa paste, which you can find in a tube. If you can't find harissa paste, you can substitute chili garlic sauce, but it's not quite the same.
Just don't.
First, we'll thinly slice a yellow bell pepper and a red bell pepper. Might as well slice up the orange one too. Next, I'll cut up a whole head of cauliflower into bite-sized pieces. Add all the vegetables to a big bowl and then add 2 tablespoons of olive oil and a big pinch of salt. Toss that really well before adding to your baking sheet. Place in a 400-degree Fahrenheit oven for 15 minutes while you get the chicken ready. Take 2 chicken breasts and slice them in half horizontally. Set those aside while you make the spice mixture. In a small bowl, add 2 teaspoons of harissa paste, 1 teaspoon brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, grate in 1 garlic clove, and a pinch of salt. Stir that together and then rub it into the chicken on both sides. Now set that aside while we make the yogurt sauce. In a small bowl, add 1/2 cup of Greek yogurt, 1 teaspoon of harissa paste, the zest and juice of a lemon, fresh cracked black pepper, chopped mint, and chopped parsley. Stir that together and set aside. Make sure you give it a taste and see if it's missing anything like salt or more lemon or more harissa. Take the sheet pan of vegetables out of the oven and give them a good stir. And then tuck in the chicken breasts around the vegetables. And then put it back in the oven until the chicken is done. About 20 minutes. I like to leave it under the broiler for about 5 minutes to get a nice brown coating. To serve, drizzle that yogurt sauce over the whole thing. Or you can use it as a dipping sauce. If you made this recipe, let me know in the comments and let me know if you liked it. You can find the link to the recipe in the description box below. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch my video today. I hope you'll stick around and watch 2 more sheet pan dinners. These are a couple of older videos, but I think you'll like them. Thanks for watching. Let's make a super easy sheet pan dinner. Greek chicken and potatoes. It has tender bites of chicken breast, baby potatoes, and lemon. It's all cooked on 1 sheet pan with the most delicious Greek marinade. Then we drizzle it with this amazing honey lemon tahini sauce. Let's get started. Preheat your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. First, we'll cut up 2 pounds of small potatoes into bite-sized pieces and add them into a large bowl. Next, I'll slice up 3 cloves of garlic very thinly. Now I'll take half a large red onion and cut that into chunks. Now I'll switch to my cutting board for raw meat and cut up 2 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast into strips. Cut 1 lemon into wedges and squeeze the juice into the bowl with the potatoes, onion, and chicken. Throw the lemon wedges in there too. Add a big pinch of kosher salt and 2 tablespoons of dried oregano. Add 4 tablespoons or a 1/4 cup of olive oil. Toss all that together so every bit is coated in the marinade. Add the marinated ingredients to a sheet pan lined with parchment paper. Cover loosely and place in a 425-degree Fahrenheit oven for 30 minutes. While that's cooking, let's make the honey lemon tahini sauce. First, we'll need the juice of 1 lemon. Add that to a bowl with 1/2 cup of tahini, 1/2 cup of Greek yogurt, 2 teaspoons of honey, and 1 crushed garlic clove. Stir that so it's completely mixed and then add water a bit at a time until it's thin and pourable. How much you add depends on how thick your tahini and yogurt are. I ended up adding about 1/2 cup of water, but you might need more or less. Cover and keep refrigerated until the chicken is done. After 30 minutes, remove the sheet pan and add 4 ounces of crumbled feta cheese and 2 teaspoons of dried crushed rosemary. That goes back in the oven for a final 15 minutes. And here it is out of the oven. Let it sit for just a minute so the chicken can absorb every bit of lemon juice. Garnish with chopped fresh parsley. Drizzle the honey lemon tahini sauce over the whole thing. For tonight's dinner, I'll be serving this Greek chicken with some warmed flatbread and a freshly made Greek salad. Video link in description. We have also eaten this chicken in a flatbread with some chopped cucumber and tomatoes and a big dollop of tzatziki, kind of like a gyro. Let me know in the comments how you would eat it. You can find the link to the full printable recipe in the description box below. Hey, if you like this video, please do me a favor and give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss when I upload a new recipe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Holy sheet, it's a sheet pan dinner. Sheet pan mustard chicken, in fact, in less than 30 minutes. Let's get started. Preheat your oven to 425. Add your prepped potatoes and carrots to your sheet pan. I also added 4 cloves of peeled whole garlic. Because garlic, I drizzled 1 tablespoon of olive oil on there. Now add salt and pepper. Lots of pepper. Lots of pepper. And salt. Look how weirdly small these potatoes are. Now use your hands and mix all of that olive oil and seasoning in. Really give them a good massage. Then put the potatoes and carrots in the oven. This recipe calls for 6 chicken thighs, but I'm making 8, so I have leftovers. Pat the chicken dry with paper towels. Don't forget, sanitize all the chickeny surfaces. Let's make the marinade. Grab a mixing bowl and add 4 cloves of minced garlic. Yeah, there's a lot of garlic in this recipe. Add 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Then add 1/4 cup of Dijon mustard. I like this one. Add 1 tablespoon of rosemary leaves. More salt and pepper. Now stir, stir, stir. Add all the chicken thighs. And mix it up really good. Get that mustard marinade in all the nooks and crannies, as well as the cracks and crevices, if you will. Take the vegetables out of the oven after about 10 minutes and give them a stir. Look how nice and caramelized the carrots are. Now I'm going to make some room for the chicken. If you're making more than 2 servings, you can lay the chicken directly on top of the vegetables. Any leftover marinade can be spread on the chicken. Now it goes back in the oven for about 15 minutes. Look at that, it looks perfect. I'm going to check the temperature of the thickest piece. It should be at least 165, but thighs can go as high as 180 without drying out. 174. Don't forget to squeeze fresh lemon over the whole thing before serving. Let me know if you tried this recipe and leave me a comment. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching!